But hey, the Saints, we dominated our game, but the Falcons got dominated by the Chicago Bears. Because why, Dad?
Because the Falcons actually suck.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, but let's get into it. We're not gonna hold y'all for too long, so we're just gonna get right into it. Why not? So first, we're gonna start with the Saints Buccaneers recap. And Dad, I'll let you go first. What you gotta say about last week's outing against Tampa Bay?
All I want to say is I was right. I made the pick. I said the Saints are going to take down the Buccaneers. I gave a score. It was a little more points in my head than actually happened, but won the game. We stayed alive for the playoffs, and we did that thing.
Yeah, you know the Saints. They played really well both sides of the ball. The Saints. You know they got a convincing win. Where how we struggled against the Rams, which is a great team, and then we go and beat Tampa Bay. So that was cool. The Saints, I feel like are the better team when we were the better team that day. The Saints just gotta prove it, cause this last week is all for like that Tampa Bay game will be all for naught if we can't win on Sunday. Saints, we need to do that. But how about that secondary? Jonathan Abram, Tyrann Mathieu, and this was without Marshawn Lattimore, and yet we still clamped Mike Evans up. Yeah, secondary played pretty well. The Saints shut that Tampa Bay offense down. You know, and the Saints, they are in the playoff race. We'll get back to that in a second. But I want to address something real quick, all right? Buccaneers offensive tackle Tristan Wirfs decided to call out the Saints for Tyrann Mathieu's dirty hit on Baker Mayfield, and I want to address that real quick, all right? You didn't say Jack Squat Devin White pulled down Jameis Winston by his collarbone. You didn't say Jack Squat when Tom Brady kept getting rough in the passer penalties. So I want to hear about how Tyrann did a dirty hit. Tampa Bay's defensive line and especially Devin White is known for dirty hits. So don't come at us because we did a dirty hit on Baker, even though it was in the fourth quarter, and he still is on track to play this week. Because when your defense did that to Jameis, that basically ended our season a couple years ago. So at least you still have a chance. Back then, we didn't have no fighting chance when James got hurt. So I don't want to hear this about it was a dirty hit. Man, go get a tissue and suck it up, man. Get out of here with that. But I gotta say that real quick because I saw that come across and I'm like, no. Because when they did that to Jameis, it was perfectly fine. It was a clean hit, right? But when we do it to Baker Trash Field, it's a problem, right?
That's right.
No. Like, no. 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 So Tristan Wirfs, man, be quiet, bro. Man, the only reason you won a Super Bowl in your rookie year was with Tom Brady, so be quiet. Man, you don't have no room to speak. You're an offensive lineman for a reason. But let's get back to this. So, was it too late, though? Dad, I want to ask you a question. Was that performance too late?
It might have been a hair too late. We're gonna find out this weekend.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need, you know what we need? We need the Carolina Panthers to come through for us. We need Bryce Young to be that first round pick, that first pick of the draft that they drafted him for. Come on,
Yeah.
Bryce, do one for us. Have one good game. That's all we need. But you know
Yep.
what? We don't even really need Bryce to ball out that much because 3-4 weeks ago these two teams played, and Tampa Bay won by 3. And Bryce had a little so-so game, but Chuba Hubbard ran for over 100 yards. So that's the key. Come on, Chuba.
Yep,
Run your 100 yards again. Let's go.
yep. And but however, Trey Palmer, who's a Tampa Bay receiver, I was honestly he was one of the guys out on my draft board, but he kind of had a breakout game. So can we not let young receivers have a breakout game this week? Thank you very much. But yeah, that's it for the recap. Saints pull out a 10-point victory. It really wasn't that close. And as a Saints fan, I would know. But yeah, Saints win 23-13. That puts us up to second in the division. We have a chance to win the entire division next week, and even if we don't, we still have a chance to make the playoffs. But we're gonna get to that soon. Now, Saints Falcons. For all the marbles, who will take the NFC South crown? And I didn't even know this, but if Atlanta wins and Carolina loses, no, if Atlanta wins and Tampa Bay loses, Atlanta actually will win the division. I didn't even know that. I thought they were already done. But so yeah, Atlanta, if they win, they still might win the division. So they have just as much to play for as we do. But I don't think that they have a shot at the 7th seed. So it's Tampa Bay lose or they done. But yeah, let's get started. What do you think the Saints are like? What do you think is going to be in this game, like for the Saints Falcons game?
If the Falcons beat the Saints, I think I'm gonna put a nice big square paper bag over my face and go around all week. We not the Saints no more. We the Aints.
Yep,
AINTS. Aints. But
yep,
it's not gonna happen because we're gonna win,
yep,
right?
yep. But I'm gonna say this right. The Saints they won the last 3 of the last 4 games, right? And Atlanta they lost 3 of the last 4 games. The Saints defense in 2023 averaged a 19.4 points per game, 6th in the NFL, and on third down, they were 4th in the NFL. And in week 12, we obviously know Falcons defeated Saints 24-15. But here's a guy I think could have a big impact on Sunday. He goes by the name of Pro Bowl snub Carl Granderson. In
Hmm.
2023, he might get double-digit sacks this year. I predicted Peyton Turner to have double-digit sacks, but hey, Granson's good, I guess. But Carl Granson, 8.5 sacks, 14 tackles, 19 quarterback hits. Those are some damn good numbers. In my opinion, those are Pro Bowl numbers, but apparently not other people. But the Falcons passing offense in Week 17 versus the Bears defense, they picked up 173 yards through the air, a touchdown, 4 interceptions, plus a 28.2 rate. That is pretty freaking terrible. Drake London, the Falcons' best receiver, in 2023 has so far 65 receptions, 864 yards with 2 touchdowns. Bijan Robinson on the ground in 2023, 948 yards, 4.7 yards per carry, plus 4 touchdowns on the ground. Okay? And Chris Olave in 2023, he had a couple games that he could have done better at, but overall, 43 receptions, uh, um, 84 receptions, 1,061 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So Olave already has over 1,000 yards. And Rashid Shaheed, who made his first ever Pro Bowl as a return specialist. This season, 43 receptions, 654 yards, 4 TDs. And I'm going to give you my prediction. My prediction is the Saints, they come out and they get a 27-12 victory. What do you have? What's your prediction?
I have if the Saints don't win this game, I am gonna go cry in the middle of the street.
All right.
No, I think my prediction in this game is Saints 30, Atlanta 17.
Okay.
A nice victory. And I'm gonna give you a double bonus. I'm gonna give you a bonus pick here. The Panthers 20, Tampa Bay 14. Book it.
Okay. Okay. All right. But now I have a question, right? You know the Saints just restructured Marshawn Lattimore's contract. Now he's in trade talks. Do you think if the Saints get a compelling offer, should we even pick up the phone for a Marshawn Lattimore trade deal?
I say yes. We have Alante Taylor and my other boy over there. Two good lockdown corners. And so yeah, I think three's a crowd. Two's company, three's a crowd. So if you can get a good pick for Lattimore at this stage in his career, because he's getting a little up there in age now, he's been around a few years. The other two guys are a bit younger. So yeah, we need somebody to add to that group to play the slot, nickel, and leave those guys on the outside. Don't try to make them the nickel guys right now. So that's my thoughts on that. What do you think?
Yeah, like obviously it's hard to say yeah to that, but Lattimore, who would it like? People may not know, but it's been 7 years since he got drafted. 7 years. You know, it feels like he's only been. It feels like he just ended his rookie contract. And I feel like if the Saints get a couple picks, maybe a second, maybe you can finesse a first, but with his injury history and teams don't even target him anyway, I think it might be time to move on. But we'll cross that bridge in the offseason.
And he
All right.
gets injured a lot.
Yeah.
Injury
Now,
problem.
now let's get the playoff scenarios, right? I'm sure
Right.
every Saints fan, if you're actually a Saints fan, you already know the scenarios. But if you don't know, we're going to give it to you, right? So the Saints have two ways to play a postseason game. All right. One of them has a chance for it to be a home game. One will be a road. One has a chance for it to be a road game. So if the Saints beat Atlanta, we will win the NFC South if the Panthers pull off an upset over Tampa. That is more reasonable than you think. Because Tampa Bay's been up and down. Yeah, they went on like a 3-game stretch where they look like one of the most dominant teams in the NFL. But we expose Tampa, because if they can't throw the ball, because they're a one-dimensional team. It's pass the ball or nothing. Okay, so that's the only way that the Saints will win the division. However, if the Saints want to get the 7th seed, the Saints will obviously need to be Atlanta. If the Saints lose Atlanta, get all the playoff hopes out your head. But we need to beat Atlanta. Then we need a victory for the Cardinals over Seattle, plus a Bears win over the Packers. I would rather Carolina just be Tampa, but I feel like we're either going to be hosting Dallas or Philadelphia, or we will go on the road to either Dallas or Philadelphia. Because if the Cowboys win, then they're NFC East champs. But if the Cowboys lose and the Eagles and the Eagles don't win, then the Eagles would be NFC East champs. But Dad, I want to tell you something. Remember last week I picked the Cardinals to beat the Eagles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah. All right.
And man, I wanna hear the people who probably going crazy, but you know. And honestly, at that pick, I was hesitant to pick it, but I was like, man, and Arizona win. Because I try not to be biased with these picks, but all right. But that's gonna. Well, first we got the Week 18 predictions, so let's get that situated. Last week,
All right.
uh, last week I finished 9-7. Dad, you went 10-6.
All right. Who that?
Yep. So now let's get it started. So for the Saturday game at 3:30, Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens, they're resting their starters most likely since they clinched the 1 seed. And the Steelers, they need to win this game to have a chance to make the playoffs. That who you got?
Easy. Gotta give me the Steelers. Resting all those guys. Those guys just trying to make it through, trying not to get hurt. And Steelers, they're playing for something. So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, that's probably the smart pick. I'm actually gonna go with the Ravens. Their backup quarterback is Tyler Huntley, and Tyler Huntley has experience back there. And like the Steelers, they're a decent team. I don't think, but like the Steelers obviously went over 500 for like the 100th century in a row. But I feel like the Ravens might be. If you would just look at both of these records, you might call me crazy. But I'm gonna pick the Ravens for the upset. I trust Tyler Huntley more than I trust Mason Rudolph / Kenny Pickett. And if Pickett plays, he's gonna be probably rusty. But next. All right, next. Actually, I just lied to you. I looked at a different paper. I actually did pick the Steelers. I just lied. Yeah,
Okay.
I got the teams mixed up. Mikey, why are you so dumb? Actually, give me the Steelers. I don't know why I thought the Steelers or the Ravens I don't know. Just give me the Steelers. I was looking at the wrong paper. I thought the Steelers were the Jets / Ravens. Dude, why didn't I throw the paper away yet? Okay. I don't know. But give me the Steelers. We're both picking Pittsburgh. Next, we got Houston Texans at Indianapolis Colts. The winner of this game could potentially win the division
Yes.
or make a playoff berth. So, the Texans at the Colts. It's going to be a tough environment for both teams. CJ Stroud, second week back on the field. Gardner Minshew's been doing his thing lately. Dad, who do you got between Houston or Indy?
I got Minshew Mania. I think
Okay.
that the rookie's gonna, hasn't been in these situations. Minshew has. So give me the Colts.
Um, I got the Texans simply because I don't want my house to get on fire. If you know, you know. Um, on Sunday, we got a full Sunday slate. Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals. This is essentially a preseason game, basically. This is like an in-season preseason game. Bengals, the Bengals are most likely resting everybody since they've been 100% eliminated, and the Browns they clinched the 5th seed, and they're not going to get anything above the 5th seed or below the 5th seed. So Browns they're going to be resting. Bengals will be resting. I won't be surprised if the final score is 10-9. Dad, who you got?
In the playoffs, so I think they want to roll in a little bit more than the other team. So I believe Cleveland will get the win here.
I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna go the Bengals because like Jake Browning, he's been his last couple games he's been so, but for the most part he's been impressive, you know. And like the Browns, they might start Joe Flacco because I don't know if they have anybody else. But I don't know if DTR is coming back. I know Deshaun Watson ain't coming back, so I'm gonna go Bengals. I'm going with the striped kitty over the helmet. Next, Minnesota Vikings at Detroit Lions. I don't know if the Lions are resting their starters. They, in my opinion, they should. Well, no, probably not because then Philadelphia can probably jump them. I don't know who has a tiebreaker between those two teams. But Vikings, Lions in Detroit, tough environment. These two teams played 2 weeks ago in an NFC North championship game. Dad, who you got?
I got Detroit. Have you seen the Vikings quarterback situation?
Yeah.
It's not very good. So give me Detroit.
Yeah, I'm going Detroit too. Lions coming off of a game where they essentially had it won, but referees were like, no, no, no.
Mm.
Next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Jaguars, if they win the game, they're AFC South champions. If they lose, they might miss the playoffs altogether. And the Titans, don't sleep on the Titans because they always play reckless at the end of the season because they're always trying to end somebody's playoff hopes. Don't count out the Titans, but Dad, who you got?
Well, I'm counting them out.
Okay.
So give me the Titans to lose this one. Jacksonville's they're playing for something, trying to win that championship, trying to get in the playoffs. Go Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm going Jacksonville too. I just don't trust Tennessee. I feel like it will be a closer game than what people may think because Tennessee has Mike Vrabel and he's a pretty good coach, especially this time of year. I'm going Jacksonville to get the win, so we sweep there. Next, we have a game that I don't even think Jets and Patriots fans care about, as we got the New York Jets at the New England Patriots. Honestly, I would break down this game, but screw that. Dad, who you got?
I'm gonna go with New England in this one. Just because I think Belichick has something for him defensively. I don't think the Jets can score points. So I got the Jets.
I'm going with the Patriots. Okay, we're about to move on now.
I said I'm going with the Jets. I'm going with the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm going with Patriots too. All right, next we got Atlanta Falcons at New Orleans Saints. We already spoke about this. This game could be for the NFC South crown if Tampa Bay does lose. So yeah, so Chargers mark down Saints for both of us right now, or do you just want to say it yourself?
Who that? Move on.
Okay, let me do that. All right. Next, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Carolina Panthers. Dad, who you got?
Carolina Panthers. Move on.
Well, I
You don't
would
have to move on.
love, I
Carolina
would,
Panthers by 7.
I would love to say that, but like sometimes you gotta take your Saints fandom out of it. As much as it pains me, I'm going Tampa Bay, but I would love to be wrong here. I would love to be wrong. But next, and by the way, after the predictions, I'm going to calculate these, and then we're going to say both of our 7 seeded playoffs and I'm going to have it with me. So next, Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. This is a game that Saints fans are going to have on our radar. If the Bears win, Packers go down. Dad, Who do you have winning this game?
I have the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields beating the Packers,
Yeah.
eliminating them from the playoffs, and helping out your New Orleans Saints.
Yep. I'm going to go with the Bears as well. You know, I think that the Packers are going to overlook the Bears. And I think the Bears defense is going to pick six Jordan Love so bad that sends Love to the nursery home, baby. Give me the Bears. And now we got the Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders. Jarrett Stidham, revenge game against his old team. Who you got? Yeah. I try to make something out of that. Just say who you got.
I got the Denver Broncos and
Yep. Yeah, I got Broncos too. I don't even, like the Raiders. They're a good team, but both of these teams ain't gonna play for us. Now we got the fraudulent Eagles at the New Jersey Giants. Who do you have winning this game?
I have an ugly game here. I think it's gonna be like 7-8. And I think I think the Philadelphia Eagles are gonna come on top of this game just because Giants suck that much.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I say? You know what I say? I'm going Giants. You know why I'm going Giants? Because I don't
Because you
trust
want your
you.
house to blow up? You live with all those Eagle fans over there.
Yeah.
Your house gonna blow up. You all them Eagle fans back there.
Well, look, I'm going Giants. There's a reason I picked the Cardinals over the Eagles. There's a reason I picked the Seahawks over the Eagles. I just don't trust the Eagles. So, yeah, I'm going Giants, and you're going Eagles. Next, Seattle Seahawks at Arizona Cardinals. Last game, Saints got on our radar. Who do you have winning this outcome?
I got the Arizona Cardinals doing it 2 weeks in a row, baby. Knocking off a playoff team and
Yep,
knocking Seattle out of the playoffs. What you
yep.
think about that?
I got Cardinals as well. Because I picked the Cardinals last week to beat the Eagles, I'm picking them again, baby. Arizona all the way.
All the
Next,
way.
the Kansas City Chiefs at the LA Chargers. Chiefs are
Mm.
resting their starters. Chargers, I don't even know if their starters are even alive at this point. Who do you got?
I love to see the Chiefs struggle. You know what I'm saying? Last couple weeks, I've really enjoyed their misery. Haven't you?
Oh yeah, I've enjoyed it, man. Man. I'm telling you, when the Chiefs lost to the Raiders, I was celebrating like the Saints just won the Super Bowl, baby.
You know why I enjoy their misery? Because
Because their fans are dumb.
I hate the camera keep showing Taylor Swift at the games. What that got to do with football? Nobody wants to see no Taylor Swift. They turn on B97 or something. No, I want to see some football. And this weekend, I'm gonna see the Chargers beat those Chiefs. And you're gonna show Taylor Swift in the stands looking like this. My boyfriend. She's gonna want to go cry in the middle of the street.
Yeah. Well, as much as I would love for you to be right, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs to win. Like I said, the Chiefs, they're not really playing for much, but neither are the Chargers. The Chargers really have not been playing for much since week 3. So I'm going Chiefs here. But I swear, if they lose, I won't really say none because they're in the playoffs. But when they get first rounded, oh boy. But yeah, now let's go over to San Francisco to watch the Rams 49ers game. Who do you have winning this game? Just so you know, it's Carson Wentz versus Sam Darnold. So who do you got?
I think, much as I hate to say this, I see the Rams pulling this one out because Frisco's got everything locked up. They shutting it down, resting up for the playoffs. So I think the Rams are going to give them a cheap win here at the end of the season.
Yeah, I actually got the 49ers winning. Because I think Sam Darnold is a better quarterback right now than Carson Wentz. Because unlike Carson Wentz, Darnold he showed flashes. You know, he's shown flashes, but Carson Wentz, there's a reason this man was not on the team the entire year till like week 9. But yeah, now we got the Dallas Cowgirls at the
Woo!
Washington Lamanders. Replace the C, put an L. They're the Lamanders. They stink at their jobs. They've lost. They have not won a game since November 5th of last year. They suck. They're the Lamanders. So who do you got winning?
Who's at the Commodores with Lionel Richie?
What?
You got to Google that one. The Commodores. That's an old singing group, boy. You don't know nothing about that. This one, I see those Dallas Cowgirls winning this football game.
Yep, I got Cowgirls too because you know why? Because the Cowgirls are gonna beat the Lamanders 42-20 something, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my goodness! You just saw what we just did to the Commanders. Oh my goodness, we're going to the Super Bowl just so they can lose in the second round of the playoffs and get bounced out." But
You know what? You know another reason why I say the Cowboys are going to win this game? Because it's not the playoffs yet.
yeah,
You know, when playoff times come, you know what happens?
mm-hmm.
Get a tip. We get our numbers.
Okay,
We good. We good.
all right. Now we got the Sunday night game. The AFC East Championship game. Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. Now, before I let you speak, there's a funny thing. If the Bills win this game, they will be the 2 seed. But if they lose this game, they might potentially be out the playoffs. Ain't that funny?
Funny. That's harder than thick because my phone's about to die.
All right, so Bills Dolphins. Who you got?
I got Buffalo Bills.
I got Bills too. Dolphins just haven't really beat anybody. But that's gonna wrap the show up, folks. I hope y'all enjoyed. That's that's our show. We will be back next week, either smiling or in depression. But that's where I'm gonna leave y'all, and I'm gonna leave y'all with the who dat.
Who dat?
Yep.